If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I've done some pretty crazy and stupid fishing challenges. This one might be one of the most challenging, mostly because of where I live. I got the idea because I've done a couple big worm videos before, but those weren't really that big. Like a giant worm to me, I live in the Midwest, I live in Chicago. A giant worm for me and most people is like 10 to 12 inches. So I went on Tackle Warehouse and Amazon to buy the largest worm that I could buy. And what I came across was these Gambler ER16s. So these are made by Gambler. Gambler is a company based out of South Florida. So I'm sure they use these worms often for big bass. I know giant worms work, but this is huge. These are heavy too. I'm out here with my old high school coach again. We're just pond fishing. So I'm not too confident that I'm going to be able to catch a fish on this, but I'm sure gonna try. I bought them and then I got them in the mail and looked at them and just laughed and called myself an idiot thinking I'm never gonna catch a fish on that. But that's not the right attitude. I'm assuming most people would fish this on like a shaky head, maybe Texas rig it, but like fish it around laydowns and stuff. We don't really have much of that in Illinois. The biggest bass I might run into is a 5, 6, maybe 7 pounder. I've never caught one over 7 pounds in Illinois. So I'm gonna see if pond bass are gonna eat this. I'm gonna rig it 2 ways to try to get around the fact that this is a giant 16-inch worm and most bass in this pond are gonna be around the size of the worm. I'm gonna Texas rig it and punch it through weeds so maybe the fish will only see half of it. I don't know. And I'm also gonna see, it's kind of heavy. I was gonna maybe throw just a regular hook on here and fish it like a topwater bait, like a snake. So I'm gonna tie this bad boy on and see if some pond bass are dumb enough to bite this. I mean, this is just crazy. So here's my rig right off the bat. The main problem I can see is that if I do somehow get a bite on this thing, it's gotta hit the head and only the head. This is a 5/0 hook. It's the biggest one I had, and it's nowhere near big enough for this worm. I don't know what size hook you would use for this. I know they make much bigger, like 7, 8/0, but we certainly don't use those in the Midwest. All right, I just tied the weightless worm on. The whipping sound when you cast this thing is just so hilarious. Oh, this is gonna work as a snake. Is this cheating? I don't know if this is cheating. It looks freaking perfect as a snake on top of the water. I can catch him on this. I know I can get a blow up on this. Oh! God, I'm used to setting the hook with a freaking frog. I'm used to the second I see a blow up to set the hook. That was the first blow up. That surprised me. I just stepped on this culvert and was looking down. First bite on the plastic worm. Tang is surprised. He did not think I would catch one on this. Which, let's be honest, after seeing it, I wasn't so sure either. I've definitely figured out a way to catch fish on this. I would don't get me wrong, guys. I don't want to be fishing it like a snake right now. I would so much rather be on a lake in Texas with big bass. I'd rather be on Lake Fork, like a lake in Florida, and throwing this on deep rock piles, brush piles. Look at there, right there. There's the bite. That's my problem. Fish hit it right there. And that is how far down the worm? It's right there. He got it all right. Yeah, that's gonna be my issue. I will say one thing about this rig is these weeds are really nasty. They were getting hooked every cast on my tungsten and my bobber stop and all that, and even my hook last time. But I buried the hook into this plastic worm and it is an unbelievable snake. It's completely weedless. I'm just twitching it and making that big tail kick, and honest to God, it looks exactly like a little gardener snake. Oh, I missed him. Oh, he grabbed it. He hit it so hard. Come on, fish. Oh, they're just not hitting the head. That's the problem. I don't see any new bite marks, but that fish just destroyed this thing. I was swimming it in open water because it's versatile. This lure has basically turned into a snake lure fishing challenge. I mean, honestly, that's what this thing looks like. What else is 16 inches long and this thick? This thing's a snake. Next bite I get, I'm gonna let him really eat it. Because there's some nice fish in this pond, but even a 4-pound fish, it takes a lot for him to get the head in his mouth. Because to hook a fish, all I'm gonna need is to get the head of that bait in his mouth, like the hook. Then I can set it and we'll be all good. Oh, we weren't almost all good there. Almost went right in the mud. Oh, we're not all good there either. But we're looking up. We've only been fishing for about 45 minutes, so we've gotten 2 bites on this. So I am not giving up. What's that? What kind of a worm is that? It's a 16-inch worm. It's a gambler worm. I'm trying it out. Think I've caught fish on it?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. See, at least he's confident. You weren't confident.
I've caught a lot of fish out of here with 7-inch trick sticks with a big bite.
Yeah, a 7-inch worm is normal. This is just kind of dumb.
I don't know. I'll bet you catch stuff with that.
Well, Tang, how many have you had? Little intermission update. You've caught 3. How many hits do you think I've gotten on this?
2.
Yeah, I've gotten 2. Got destroyed.
Oh, you almost caught it.
Oh, there's the second bite. I was looking for it. There's the second bite. There's the first one. That's the problem. I need a stinger hook. The guy was looking at me so funny. It's like, what in the hell are you using? You know what? I got to get a fish that knows how to eat. Fish are supposed to eat head first, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but there's
the head on
16
it?
inches of
Yeah.
worm. That's a
how's a 14-inch bass supposed to eat that?
Oh, there's big ones. I'll get a 5-pounder. You'll see. Biggest bass in the lake is going to eat this. That's hilarious.
You're not Chris?
I am.
Yo, can I get a picture with you?
Absolutely, man. Think I'm catching any on this?
I mean, you might. I've caught a 7-pounder in here.
See that? I missed one.
Oh.
I missed one so far.
Yeah, if you fish this shoreline right here,
Yeah.
you'll for sure catch one. I don't know
Really?
on that, but if you throw a Senko, you'll for sure catch one.
Yeah, this sure isn't a Senko. One's got to have a big appetite to eat this.
Yeah.
All right, want a picture?
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. You found the secret bait? What was it? Here's the secret bait. See, here's a normal bass worm. Here's a normal worm. Here's the worm I'm using. Oh, hooked up. That's a nice one.
I think.
That fish would have hit my worm. I don't know why you just cast it in front of me. He totally looks like,
what
oh,
a bag.
That's-
Donkey balls.
that's why.
Look at that.
I'm like, oh, that's a huge wake. You caught a plastic bag with a fish. That's kind of sad.
Urban
Oh,
fishing.
he would have eaten the worm. I don't know why you're laughing.
I thought it was bigger than that too.
I straight up thought it was a 3-4 pounder because you hooked it and there was a huge wake.
It wasn't fighting at all. What's going
Oh man, that's pond fishing in the suburbs of Chicago for you. You catch a 12-incher and catch a freaking grocery bag filled with water with it.
Looks like one of those sacks that hang off the back of a pickup truck.
Off like the hitch.
Yeah,
The
those
balls
balls.
off a
Yeah,
hitch.
those balls. See if that 16 more, see if he'll eat everything.
Oh, he'll eat it. What do you mean? Do you think he'll eat it? Watch this.
I don't think so. Scared.
Oh no. Oh, he ate it. No. Come on. No, he's gonna rip it. Don't rip it.
Rip it?
Don't rip that. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. This worm was $2. Come here. Yes, thank you. Does that count as 3 bites for the day? Will a frog hit this? A frog will eat anything. See guys, this is the fish we are trying to catch. This is the caliber of fish we're trying to catch. Wait, yeah, this will be a good, oh, this will be a good measurement. This worm is 16. How long is he?
13 and a half.
13 and a half. They'll eat it. Don't you worry.
So it's boring.
Well, guys, Tang and I are at the new pond right now. We moved about 5 minutes down. He's worked that shoreline not too far, and he's caught 4. Now, I just spooked one. I have not had a bite at this pond, but I have scared 3 fish, as in when my worm goes over the mat, there's a big boil and then something swims away. So I don't know what they think this is. There are muskrat in these ponds. I really hope they don't think this worm is a muskrat, but I have scared 3 fish so far. Those are all 3 fish I probably could have caught on a frog. But a frog's not a challenge. This is more of a challenge. Spirits are still sky high that one's eventually going to get this hook in its mouth. Well, oh, after hundreds of casts, the worm just got too heavy. Oh, it ripped off. I was so confused. I thought I broke off right there. No, your worm just freaking ripped in half. Oh, one's got it. Come on. Got him! Yes! Yes! I caught one. No, I didn't. Oh, no. Oh, look at what happened. My reel somehow fell off the reel seat, so I got distracted, and then he came off. I feel like I'm musky fishing right now. I'm fishing a bait that's way too big, hoping for just one bite. Oh, that hurts. That hurts, guys. That loss is pretty devastating. That one hit it perfect. I was slowly crawling this on top of the scum, and I watched him. He only ate the head of the worm, which is absolutely perfect. It was the opposite of what the first 2 fish did. The first 2 fish that bit this worm grabbed the back half of it. Obviously, there's no hook there. I should have had a stinger hook there, but you can't really have a stinger hook when you're fishing in scum like this. That's more of like a shaky head deal. Oh. We'll get another. Well, thank you for the hot tip.
Yeah.
What's your name? So if I catch one, I'll be able to give you credit? Joey. Well, thank you, Joey. If I catch one, it'll be all thanks to you, because I cannot catch anything here. I was given 1 opportunity, 3 opportunities actually, but I only hooked 1.
Yeah. Good luck. I think you'll catch one.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll probably take a couple casts over there. Thank you. Tang, I don't need your negative thoughts. I don't need your negativity. I know the sun's going down. Yeah, I need Joey's positivity. Ooh. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Yes! Yes! I did it! I did it! Ha ha! Oh, that's amazing. Victory! 16-inch bass on the 16-inch worm. He was hooked perfect right in the roof of the mouth. Gorgeous. You doubted me. I doubted myself. I did not think this. Huh?
This is the place to happen. This is where I caught like 5 or 6.
This is where you caught 5 or 6?
Yeah.
This is the most beautiful bass I've ever seen in my life. That's a W right there. I was just telling him this worm is basically destroyed. The guy I was just talking to, Joey, said that Rob Lunkers tried this challenge, but the worm kept ripping. This worm has seen better days. It has lost about 1.5 inches from the top because I just casted it off. That is super ripped and about to come off. That's still doing okay, those bite marks on the bottom, but the worm is now about 14 to 15 inches long, and we have accomplished the challenge. Now I don't need to go to Joey's pond, the pond he was telling me about. This was literally the last spot we were gonna fish too. Another buzzer beater. Well guys, victory is mine. I thought I was gonna have to go to Texas, Mexico, Florida to catch a fish on the 16-inch worm, but I did it in a small pond in Illinois. Now the worm was a little cut down, that's why I'm gonna put it up to this one. As you can see, like after I caught that fish, it was really ripped, so I cut off an extra 2 inches Here is the original worm. Here's the new worm. That's missing a good 4 inches, and I just cut 2 off. So it was kind of up to there when I caught the fish. But first, I gotta put these worms back in this container because they absolutely reek of garlic still. If any of you use these giant worms and catch fish, please let me know, because I'm sure a bunch of you do. It's just not a normal thing. Like, I had to go on Amazon to buy these worms. I couldn't find them on Tackle Warehouse. Had to go on Amazon. Hope you guys enjoyed this crazy challenge video. This was honestly one of the most fun ones I've ever done. I did not think I was gonna catch one on it, but the 16-inch worm prevailed with the pond bass of Illinois.